All right, so this is a bike I've worked on before. It's probably 2 years ago. I fixed this thing up for my buddy, and he actually had this thing sitting in his garage for 10 years with the engine torn apart. Like, this thing was a staple of his garage, right? This thing had no top end on it, and it was sitting on this big nice motorcycle lift he's got. And he said this engine made all kinds of racket. And I guess kind of when I started getting back into power sports and, you know, working on dirt bikes and such, I said, hey, let me get a crack at it. So I brought it over here and went through it, put some new tires on it, put a new chain on it. Looks like he needs to tighten the damn chain. But anyways, I freaking looked at all the parts. Everything was great. I think I even used the original head gasket. I put it all back together and it ran fine. Now, the carburetor, he did have the OEM Mikuni carburetor on it, but I put a Chinese one on it because the pilot broke off in the carburetor. Now, after doing this a little bit more often than not, I have gotten more confident with drilling out the jets and then tapping them and then installing a new jet. But this thing was running fine, he said, and then he said fuel just started pouring out of the petcock, and I don't know, he can't get it to start. So I assume this engine is just fine. So what we need to do is just verify maybe that there's some oil in here. I think there's a sight glass right here. And, oh yeah, there's oil in it. So, and then we need to spray some Go-Go Juice carburetor cleaner, brake cleaner in the intake and see if it fires up. All right, let's give it a whirl again here with a direct shot. Yeah, there we go. Start right up. All right, so engine's good, most likely. I don't suspect anything crazy with the engine. Now, he gave me this other petcock. So, I don't know if I should just throw it in or trust him that the other one was leaking. I guess we'll just trust him that it was leaking. Which, this is no different than the one I put on there. So, we're gonna let all this fuel drain in this little bucket here. Matter of fact, you know what we can even do? Because it's coming out real slow. What we'll do is undo these little 2 screws on the petcock. Now we're flowing. Hopefully this thing's not full of gas. Alright, don't mind the mess. I'm just doing this in between 400EX I'm rebuilding. Oh, there goes all the gas. So we were getting flow. Faux show. Alright, I bet the pilot's probably clogged. Pretty common. Got some junk in the bottom. Nothing crazy. I will say, damn, look at this main jet. Look how black that is. That's crazy. Our float does seem to be sticking a little bit. Let's check this right here real quick. Yeah, it's plugged up solid. Alright, let's see if we can get this pilot cleared with this little tiny wire. I think we just went right through. Yep. I'm sure you heard that. Yep. It like goes and then it stops, but oh, there we go. Yep, you can see right there. The wire is through. Okay, so that is good. Now we need to check this black freaking, oh my gosh. Check this black main jet out. The whole tube's coming out. It's common, no big deal. But it looks like it's slap clogged too. No wonder it wasn't. Yeah, it's clogged. Never really seen one that black after just, I mean, I guess 2 years is quite a long time, I guess, right? Maybe he thought the gas was off and the petcock was letting it flow. Oh yeah, that thing is slap full of junk. Now it's open. You know what, we're just gonna go ahead and put all this stuff in the ultrasonic cleaner. I left it on yesterday. Not super hot, but hot enough. And I don't even really have any crazy type of cleaner in here. I just have Dawn dish soap and Purple Power. Alright, I didn't show much of the carburetor because the ultrasonic cleaner was going. But anyways, we got the main jet cleared out here. You can see right through it. Let's see. Can you? Yeah, look at that. Boom. Alright, so that's going to go in here. Tighten that down. Here's our pilot jet. That's all cleared out. Alright, here's our pilot jet. It's all cleared out. Let's see if we can find it. Come on. Oh, yep. See it right there. Throw that back in. Now, I did already check the air fuel mixture, and I've cleaned the float valve, the float needle. So that's all good to go. We're going to put this bowl back on and throw it back on the machine. Alright, now we can throw a new petcock in. It just goes to the bottom here. And then 2 bolts.
Facebook Marketplace sucks. It's a total disgrace. Wasting all my time with this online rat race. I list my dirt bikes, ads as clear as day. 10 minutes later, is it still available, they say. Window shoppers clicking, wasting all my time. They ain't got a dime, just clogging up my line. Marketplace madness driving me to drink. Low ballers crack marketplace, you're frying up my brain. Some dude yells 50 bucks for my $1,000 ride. Another hawks rusty nails, thinks I'll take it in stride. I wrote no trades in bold, but they don't read a word. Offering busted toasters, man, this is absurd. Marketplace madness driving me to drink. Low ballers, crackhead trades. This app's starting to stink.
All right, now is the moment of truth. We cleaned the carburetor, filled it up with some gas. There's still gas all over the ground here, so I've managed to not blow up. We'll put the choke on. Feeling a little froggy. Let's see. Look at that, second kick. Great trail machine. Need to air out the tires and we'll take it for a spin. All right, Steve wants to play here. Let's see. Go get it, Steve. Go get it. Oh, yippee! All right, so I got the DRZ125 rocking and rolling. I ran it up and down the road, got it warmed up. Actually, it's a couple days later since the last clip, but this thing runs pretty good. It's no powerhouse, that's for sure. This thing's pretty slow. Dookie Steve. It does run smooth though. You know, for a kid that wants to ride around the neighborhood like I'm kind of doing here, you know, this thing's nice and quiet, not pissing off the neighbors. Alright, why is the idling so high? I think this thing is... I don't know, it's running fine. I mean, it still runs fine. It's just Maybe it's warmed up now. A little bit of a hanging idle, which is a lean pilot, but I don't know, good enough. Carburetors are finicky, especially the China ones. Alright, well, since this video is mostly just like a stupid carburetor clean video, we'll do like a little bit of a shop update. So in the last video, I showed you guys these two four-wheelers. I don't know if I even told you how much I spent on them. This one I spent $500 on. That one I spent $300 on. And then I sold that other one for $1,000, the one that did run, but it was rough. The KX125 is still here. This is my same friend slash customer that we're working on the DRZ125 for. And this thing's pretty much done. I need to change out the coolant, the water. I have water in here. I need to change that out to coolant, and then need to keep on working on the jetting. That one place I took it to is the only really place I know around here, within 45 minutes or so, that I can go ride. But that place was not even that good because there was freaking, landmines every freaking 50 feet. So, I don't know. It's just going to take a lot of time, just going somewhere where I can run this thing and jet it. And I want to do that sooner than later so I can get it out of my hair, stop looking at it, and get some money. Those are the 400EXs. Now, this weekend was supposed to be a 400EX video, and I have the 400EX engine pretty much all built, mostly. However, that's our bad head that came off the yellow one here. And this is the head that I have, that I got in all those parts. I think I showed that in the last video. So I cleaned this up. It actually came out really good. But since I cleaned it up, you won't be able to see, I guess you can see the outline of the gasket here that's been eaten into the head, which is fine, I guess. But there was lots of exhaust soot right here and right here. So that tells me this had a bad head gasket, which means this may not be true. So I went ahead and ordered a trued out piece of granite. It was only like 50 bucks plus shipping. The shipping was a little expensive, but damn, this, you got a broken stud right here. You can see that's how that's how long it's supposed to be. So anyways, yeah, I don't want to put this engine together and then, the head gasket not sealed. So I took the head off, took the valves out, and anyways, waiting on that. So that's why there was no 400EX video this weekend. I also bought that precision surfacing stone because this right here, the YFZ, I ran it in the last video. And you can see right here some coolant, and I don't know if you can see it. Anyways, I started it up after the video. It was running fine. It still runs fine. I mean, besides it needs to be jetted, right? But some coolant started leaking out. You can see the coolant right there. And I guess the head gasket is blown. Now, when I rebuilt this engine, you know, I did rebuild it. I mean, I took it apart, put a new crank in it. I mean, I'm using the same piston that was in here, the same cylinder, the same head. I did put head studs on it, and I did put fresh rings in. A couple bearings in the bottom end, brand new clutch assembly, brand new water pump assembly. So, I mean, the top end is basically how it was. You know, is how it was. And there was never an issue with it having a blown head gasket before, which I had also never ridden it. So maybe that is a different story, putting a load on it. I do think I'm still running lean. I think I need to up the main jet. I think that's why I wasn't really getting any power. So between all those things and the octane of the gas not being right, you know, it was running 96, I guess. I don't know, C10, whatever. I thought C10 was supposed to be 110, but I don't know. Apparently it's anything but that. So I also checked the valves, and the valves were a little bit out of spec. They were looser than I remember them being. So I also put the stock exhaust cam back in, just because this cam right here, this hot cam, you can see that a little bit of pitting. Now, there was never any issues with it as far as tearing up the lifter, or the shim bucket rather. So, but I took that out, and it starts way easier with this cam in it. But so anyways, I still have to take the head off, do a new head gasket, resurface the head, and then we'll do some jetting on this. So we'll see, I guess. Sucks that you do all that work, but I mean, I guess I should have known better, but whatever. It's just nuts and bolts. So that's it with the YFZ. We're pretty close. I mean, it's pretty much done. I still need to take that damn bumper and get it stripped so I can polish it. Polish a couple things here, there, everywhere. Now this 400EX runs, and if you guys are new here, I think several months ago, I got this on trade, and I got it running, had to put a CDI on it, and it ran fine. And I just put it over here in the corner, and then one day my buddy was like, hey, let's go ride, and I was like, all right. He's like, okay, but you got to bring me a machine because I don't have a trailer or whatever the situation was. So I loaded this up, I let him ride it, and we rode for about 30, 40 minutes. We stopped, took a break, and he's like, hey man, this thing's running great, but you want to hear about a surprise? There's no fourth gear. So if you remember the video on this machine, it was like making all kinds of clanking noises in neutral, and the chain was jumping a little bit. So that is our problem. There's an issue inside the transmission. So that will be coming apart. Probably getting a new top end, a new fourth gear, whatever it needs. Now, what else we got in here? I've got almost everything listed in here. This is my man cave, I call it. Now, it's usually not this big of a disaster, but I got all these parts that I bought in the last video for 350 bucks. And I got a lot of it listed, man. I bought it mostly for this 400EX bottom end because those are good cases, I'm pretty sure. But look, I got this whole entire box of YFZ 450 parts. I have almost a whole entire another bottom end. I think 2 good cranks. So anyways, that was pretty cool. This is an RM250 engine. It's blown up and seized and locked up, but you know, this is like a 96 to 2000, and you know, they don't make those parts anymore, so this is pretty valuable. I have that on Facebook, or no, I have it on eBay. The WR450 is hanging out right here. Just put a fresh battery in it. Got a couple little air cleaner things because I don't know if I put this in the video when I bought this thing, but this has an air filter cage holder mount thing, and the way it's designed, it's still in there, but basically this spring right here is constantly warping the mount. So I tried to order a new mount, and of course, you know, I don't think they make them anymore. It says it's back ordered. Maybe they send one, but I don't know. The parts diagram showed these 2 pieces and that mount. So I know I don't have this big clamp in here. So maybe I'm missing a clamp that holds it in. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't screwed with it yet. I don't even know where that big clamp goes. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, but this thing's running good. I love this machine. It's a little unfortunate. It's kind of hard to get parts for. I mean, it's not the worst. You know, come on. I mean, you can still get used parts for it, and that's fine, and you know, that is a thing. I just like buying new parts when I can, especially engine parts, because no matter what you do, they're always going to be 20, 25-year-old parts. Here's a bunch of other parts from my $350 lot. Now, I already sold an XR650 head for $200, so, and then I sold, what else did I sell? I sold a little a YZ intake, some DR650 parts. So anyways, so yeah, that's why my shop here's my man cave is a damn mess. This is my dad's DR650. This is my DRZ400, and I did a video on this a long time ago, and I did the Smoky Mountain 500 last year on it, and it runs good. But this thing's a tank, man. This thing is a pooch. I mean, it's not fast, which is fine, but it's freaking like 350 pounds, and this bike here is 250 pounds. Now, obviously the DRZ is, you know, a well-established platform, so there's lots of aftermarket for it, but I think I'm going to put this thing back to stock and try and sell it. I mean, I could probably sell this thing for like $5,000, and there's no reason for me to have a $5,000 bike sitting around when I have my trusty $900 bike. So if you guys like DRZs, let me know down in the description, because I'm probably going to do a little bit of work to clean it up and new plastics, put the stock tank back on, stuff like that. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see some DRZ 400 content, because otherwise I'm probably not going to. This is Stupid Steve. Here's the cool car, as my daughter calls it, the Trackr 500. Now this thing runs fine. I ordered a couple little tiny parts like the airbox cover and the battery mount and some stupid little bearings that are in like the CVT cover. But I don't know, they were back ordered. They're supposed to be shipping the 27th. And then I got an email like the 30th saying, hey, your parts aren't going to be there till February 2026. So, I mean, it still runs, and we don't really need any of those parts. Those are just like me trying to go over the top, you know, trying to make everything freaking perfect for, you know, the city slicker that's going to buy this thing, and, you know, that you know, it doesn't work on stuff. So here's the free golf cart that I did a video on. So if you're new here, you go check that out. That video didn't do that good. You know, we don't really do golf carts here, but it was free. It's ugly, but it runs, and we put some fresh batteries in it when we did the video. So, you know, it runs. I mean, it rides good, but yeah, I don't use it, and it's freaking taking up space in my garage. And so I listed it for $1,000. I mean, I'm not gonna take any less than $1,000 for this thing. I mean, yeah, it's ugly. Oh look, here's my dad's sunglasses. That dude will leave sunglasses everywhere. But dude, it's a running, driving, stopping golf cart, $1,000. You can have it. But you know, I'm kind of tired of the marketplace people. I kind of like hoard all my projects or my machines, kind of hoard them all for like a month, 2-3 months before I'm mentally prepared to deal with the marketplace people. Because it kind of seems like, I don't know, it seems like everyone will offload their junk on marketplace, right, for a high price, and then I post something that is in way better shape, way better mechanically, you know, and I freaking struggle to get, you know, $900 or some shit like that. Now I have this thing listed for $48.50, which I thought was going to be probably about right. Might be a little cheap. I mean, I'll take $4,200 for it. The dude is supposed to come today at like 4 o'clock, and then he bailed. Go figure. So, whatever. This thing's for sale. Now, this is the Quad Runner 500, and this thing's turnkey. This thing runs good. Oh, I guess it's in gear. So, oh well, you can't hear it run. But this thing's turnkey, starts right up. I put another different master cylinder on here so the front brakes work better. They're still not perfect, but they work pretty good. So this thing has front and rear brakes, starts up, runs good, full-wheel drive. I'm selling this to my buddy who bought the Wolverine 450. Selling this to him for $1,200, which I think is fair for him, for me. I mean, you can't find a four-wheel drive four-wheeler for $1,200, let alone one that's got good tires, nice, you know, good seat, four-wheel drive, runs, doesn't smoke, you know, got brakes front and rear. So I think he'll be happy with that. Now this is a 300EX. This is actually like the first 300EX when I got back into power sports like 2 years ago. I bought this thing for $400. I think he had the top end apart, and you know, he was trying to put a big bore kit on it, but you have to grind the cases out on these. So I just put a cheap top end on this thing, and it's been sitting. I actually took this thing to Hatfield McCoy, rode it for 3 days, ran great. And if you know anything about the Hatfield McCoy trails, they are rough. They are not meant for sport quads, but that's fine. I like the rugged and tough, you know, the feedback. You know, it's no fun if you're on like a Cadillac, right? So the 300EX here, I got 2 of these things, and I got all kinds of parts for one. And in a video, eventually I want to build one of these from the ground up, just from spare parts. So slowly on Facebook Marketplace, I have been, you know, hoarding 300EX parts. There was 2 people over the past year that had giant parts lots that they were going to sell for like $400 or $500. 2 different people, 2 different situations, and I freaking regret passing them up each time, because you know, it's like, well, I'm going to spend this money on parts that are just going to sit around, but here we are. So anyways, I have this one listed for $1,200. Now this thing runs good. After taking it to Hatfield McCoy, I will say that I think the China top end on this thing, she's probably a little loosey-goosey. It runs good, but it makes a little noise. So I think probably someone needs to put a new top end on this thing. It could be the valves, could be the timing chain. I'm not sure. I also don't think it's the top end sometimes in my head, because it doesn't smoke. It doesn't run funny. So I think it could be just the valve adjustment or the timing chain. So that's the story on this 300EX. I got it listed for $1,200. I mean, people were trying to sell shitty 300EXs for $1,500, and this wasn't cracked, and well, now it is. So, but it's a pretty solid machine. And this is my XR70 that I picked up for $300. We put the $50 top end off Amazon on it, and hey, it still runs great. I love this thing. As a matter of fact, I had a buddy of mine hit me up, you know, wanting a little pit bike for his kid. And I'm like, dude, I mean, I could sell you this thing. I mean, you know, it's ugly, but it's freaking tried and true. And, you know, I was like, I'll sell it to you for $800. Only because I can't replace it for $800, right? But I like to keep this thing around because there's no clutch. It starts up. I can ride around my daughter on her TRX90, another machine we did a video on. I had gotten this one for free, and hell, I still almost got $1,000 in it. Besides, you know, by the time I did everything, new plastics, new bushings, rebuilt the engine, seat cover, stupid stuff. That's the TRX90, and here's my other 300EX. Now this one, I think I paid like $300 for this thing, but I completely went through it, painted the plastics, and I even custom built this stainless steel exhaust for it. So I have a full build series on this one. It's an older video when my channel was real small, like 300, 400, 500 subscribers. So if you're interested in 300EXs, I know it's kind of hard to, I should not be showcasing this thing vertically. But yeah, if you like 300EXs, go back on my channel and check it out. So this is a tried and true machine. When I took the top end off, I did I think I put a brand new OEM Honda cam, OEM rockers. I reused this cylinder and put a Wiseco high compression piston in it, I think, 12.5 to 1. So this thing runs good. This grid is a great machine. I even think I did a clutch on it. I can't remember. This is my daughter's YCF 50. She does not ride it. She's ridden it like 10 times maybe. Maybe if that. Probably more like 6 or 7. She likes the four-wheeler more. And honestly, she's too big for this at this point. So this thing's going to be for sale. So, all right, this thing's cooled off a little bit. Let's see if it starts up in idles. All right, yeah. It's idling. It's a little high now, still. I don't know. This machine runs good. So anyways, thanks for making it all the way to the end here. Be sure to subscribe and check me out on TikTok. I got TikTok. I do have Instagram. I haven't been posting on Instagram. I don't know. I guess all the cool kids are on TikTok these days. And you can also find me on Facebook. I don't know. My personal Facebook is now a professional Facebook. I don't know. I don't understand how it all works. I feel like a freaking old geezer, all this damn technology. So that's the shop update, and that is the DRZ125. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else noteworthy. Yeah, subscribe. We're going to be doing 400EX stuff and YFZ 450. I got to get all these projects. Probably going to finish this one up, sell it. Probably use this one for parts or just keep it as parts. I do have almost all the parts to get this engine running, but this thing's clapped. Maybe I'll just keep all the parts over in a corner until, you know, it makes financial sense for me to do something on the channel, because I really am not making all that money right now on the channel. We got to do the 4th gear in that 400EX, get the YFZ 450 finished, get that rejetted out of my damn hair. All right, that's the end. Say bye. Say bye.
It's a total disgrace. Wasting all my time with this online rat race. I list my dirt bikes, ads as clear as day. 10 minutes later, is it still available?